Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai. All praise unto Yahweh Shemi Hashai Wahara Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. Ownership of us to be pushing the truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So this is gonna be a quick video regarding charming the snake, if you will. Okay, because this path is a difficult path. The path to the moral side, okay, wasn't going to be a path that anybody could just go out there upon. Okay, matter of fact, the scripture says that many are called, but few are chosen. Okay, and even to go further than that, it says even out of that chosen, okay, or even out of that called, if you will, you was gonna have it to where those people was gonna go through what's known as trials and tribulations. But within those trials and tribulations, you got it to where people are gonna take the easy route, or they're gonna take the difficult route. Okay, the easy route is gonna lead onto destruction, and the difficult route is gonna lead onto what? Onto salvation. Okay, hence these few scriptures that I've prepared out here today. Okay, for your spiritual enjoyment, if you will. Okay, so it says here within the book of Matthew, the 7th chapter and the 13th verse, it says, "Enter into the straight gates," which is, we go into this word straight. It's a point of difficulty. Okay, a narrow, a straight. Okay, a narrow path is difficult. A straight gate. When you're drawing a straight line, I don't know if those words are associated, but I'm assuming so. Those are things of difficulty. Okay, and when you go into a path of difficulty, okay, you was gonna have it to where, as we're gonna see within the book of 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter on the 1st verse, you're gonna have it to where it's gonna be likened onto a deep water on the left hand side, and you're gonna have it to where it feels like you got a deep fire on the right hand side. But guess what? You gotta suck it up, okay? Because as you're gonna see within 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter, okay, that path leads on to salvation. Okay, it says, "Enter ye into the straight gates, for wide is the gate that, and broad is the way that leads on to the destruction, and many they be which go thereat." So you got a whole bunch of dudes, okay, going through the path of least resistance, if you will, thinking that's gonna lead them onto salvation. Okay, they go out there and within. Basically, I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call this video, okay, something something controversial. I might go for a video like God is not, and it ain't really controversial. It's just the truth. God is not in the churches. Okay, that's the easy path. That's the easy route. That's the wide gate. Okay, the where you go to where you got a whole bunch of people, you're gonna have a whole bunch of confusion. And the scripture says the Most High is not the author of confusion. You got a whole bunch of different ideas and a whole bunch of different philosophies underneath one roof. The Most High ain't within that. The Most High ain't about a whole bunch of confusion. The Most High is about simplicity, man. Okay, and when you got it to where you got simplicity, okay, and this doctrine, you got the understanding of these scriptures in their simplicity, you're gonna be straight, man. Hey, no pun intended. Okay, because straight is the gate that, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life. Okay, and they be few that find it. So how is it people would read this scripture, they see the small collective that is Great Millstone, and somehow think that that's a bad thing? Okay, a small collective of people means that that's actually more in line with the prophecies, more in line with what the scripture says. When you got a whole mass of people, you're gonna have it to where you got all kind of confusion, like I mentioned before. You're gonna have it to where you got a whole bunch of madness happening, man. Okay, so let's hit some more precepts. Some of these I'm gonna get out the apocrypha, which I've got in the background here. So I'm gonna start off within the book of 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter, which sounds a little bit like this one. Okay, 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter, starting from the 1st verse. Okay, bear with me. 2nd Ezra 7:1. It says, I'll go straight to the point. 7 and 6, and says, "There's another thing. A city is builded." Okay, we could read about that city being built within the book of Isaiah, the 60th chapter, within the book of Ezekiel. Okay, was it the 37th chapter? There's also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad place, and is full of good things. The entrance thereof is narrow and set in a dangerous place to fall. Okay, like as it were, a fire on the right hand side and a deep water on the left hand side. And that's the situation out here. This is the predicament. Okay. And it says, "If the city now be given unto a man for an inheritance," because guess what? The inheritance of this whole thing is for the Israelites is that they have the whole earth. Okay, so this great city really is the entirety of the earth, but more so than that, the entirety of the universe. Does not the scripture say that the Lord said? Did not the Lord say, "In my Father's house is found many mansions"? Okay, and only one small path. Okay, only a path between them both. Okay, between the fire and the water, so small that there could only be one man to go there at once. So we give you the guidance, but really you gotta decipher how to go about this truth yourself, man. Okay. If this city now be given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never passed the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And that's a simple thing. If you're out there tempting Satan, okay, out there with a crowd, okay, out there looking for the numbers, well, guess what, man? You ain't gonna go into that small path, that path of difficulty. You're gonna go the way of death. Okay, of which I got a particular precept prepared for that. This is within the book of Ecclesiasticus, the 12th chapter and the 18th verse. Okay, Ecclesiasticus 12. Okay, within the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 18. Okay, the scripture says, 12 and 18. Okay, the scripture says here, within Ecclesiasticus and 13, 12 and 13, it says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? So you got a dude, okay, he's playing the pipe, okay, and the snake is playing, and the snake bites him. Who's gonna really feel sorry for that dude? You was charming the serpent, okay? Or any that come onto nine wild beasts. So you got a bear out there and you're dancing, bear dancing. You see at the circus. When that bear turns on you, rips your head off, who's really gonna feel sorry for you, man? Okay, that's a wild beast. It ain't supposed to be, played about with. Okay, so one that goeth to a sinner is defiled also in his sins, who will pity. So you got a whole bunch of dude out there involved within the Christian church, but we know they're sinners. You got a whole bunch of homosexuals out there. So when your mind is defiled, well, guess what? The Most High ain't gonna pity. Okay, you got a whole bunch of dudes out there, okay, worshiping Allah, okay, worshiping Buddha, okay, and you see them do a whole bunch of wickedness. How is it a dude can then make the calculation in his mind that he's gonna follow and worship those same gods, okay, and somehow he's gonna be the one that's gonna be the exemption? Don't work like that, man. Okay, all of them idols is gonna be destroyed, and the people that worship them idols is gonna be destroyed too. Okay, last precept, Luke 16 and 15. Okay, Luke, the book of Luke, the 16th chapter. Okay, bear with us, Luke 16, okay, and 15, last precept. So it says, and he said unto them, ye are they that will justify yourselves. So you got a whole bunch of dudes, okay, that will justify themselves in their idols. Okay, Easter, okay, Christmas, this is idol worship. Okay, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, all idol worship. Okay, but the Most High knoweth your hearts, because ultimately you might justify yourself, but the Most High knows you. Okay, he knows you're an asshole. Okay, and he's going to judge you for being an asshole. Okay, your hearts for that which is highly esteemed among men, which was highly esteemed among men right now, Christianity, okay, Islam, okay, Buddhism, all of these different religions of the world, those are highly esteemed of men. Okay, what's highly esteemed among men is an abomination in the sight of the Most High. Okay, and here endeth the sermon, okay, the video. Okay, so with that, I'm going to say, all praise unto Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, Awah Harakakadash, double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. Honestly, brothers, that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.